Jackie Powell.
Hey, Walt. We saw Amanda go a little one-on-one with Stewie, and she was able to penetrate a little. Is that what you want to see from her moving forward? Just a mix of being able to flex her three ball while also driving, penetrating, and using her size in the paint?
I thought Zowie did what she was trying to do was she was trying to put us on our back a little bit. She was trying to will us offensively, and the shots just didn't go. I thought a lot of her early threes were really good looks that were straight on, and they were just back rim. And those are nights you got to keep shooting when you're shooting the way that Zowie has for us this year. And tonight she just couldn't get them to drop, and then I think she started to press a little bit because she was just trying to find a way to get us going. But yeah, when she's been at her best this year, she's played from all depths and ranges. She's passed out of the post, low and high. She's put it on the ground and drawn multiple people and kicked. But the primary takeaway from tonight was we just didn't make the simple play. We just didn't drive and kick. We over-penetrated, and their pressure, their sucking in with the defense really bothered us. And it's a heck of a team. It's a heck of a team, but we did not execute nearly like we needed to.
Tim Crawley.
Hey, Walt, thanks for taking the time so late tonight. How rewarding has it been to see Kia Nurse really start to get hot offensively, 21 points in 2 of her last 3 games, and really getting going from three-point range tonight?
Yeah, it's she's battled through, and I think the most remarkable thing about tonight was her wanting to go back in the game. She asked us to go back in the game. 4.5 or 5 minutes to go. I think we were down about 45. And she didn't want to rest. She wanted to go in and fight. And, that says a lot. She put together a really nice night, an efficient night. And I think she's been waiting, to have a night like that. But I think even before the 3 balls started to drop, in the first half, I thought she was solid and really, really playing hard and trying to communicate and trying to pull everybody together. Yeah, she probably had her best game of the season so far.
Last question, Jeff Magliochetti.
Hey, Coach, thanks for joining us this late. What did you think of Paris Key's performance coming in on rather short notice, coming in on short practice more like it, and coming in and putting up some shots in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, she came in and played hard and tried her best to impact the game. It's hard when you know a lot of sets, and how to direct people. We wanted to get Jazz off the ball a little bit and see if we could get her going. But yeah, no, Paris was good. She came in and gave us what she had, and I could tell she was really tired there toward the end. So we let her play, I think 6 minutes straight, and she did some good things. I think when in doubt, when you haven't been playing and you don't really have a feel yet. She had 1 day of practice, and initially I wasn't going to play her, and then it ended up being a blowout. And we wanted to get some people some rest, so we gave it a look, and yeah, I thought she did really well. Given that most things were stacked against her tonight, she did a good job.
Thanks, Coach. Next, we're going to have Leaonna. Please raise your hands if you have questions. Jackie Powell.
Hey, Nay, thanks for taking the time. Just wanted to get from your perspective how it is to see a teammate like Kia Nurse put up a performance like this tonight after she's really been fighting her hardest to get to this point.
I mean, it's good to see her up, like you said, put up these numbers. I mean, I keep telling her every day, like, it's going to come. So I'm glad she got to see some balls fall today, and hopefully it just continues over to the next games.
Rafiq Lewiston.
Obviously another tough night for the New York Liberty as they suffered a very atrocious loss. And obviously the teams gave up a lot of fast break buckets and 3-point shooting. What do your team have to do to minimize that in the very next matchup?
We really just got to get out to a better start. I think really we dug ourselves in a hole, and we gave them the momentum, and turnovers and stuff like that just kind of led to all those fast breaks points. So just got to do better than that.
Are there any more questions for Nay? I don't see any hands raised. Okay, thank you, Nay.
Hi, Kia. Thank you for joining us. Could you please describe that fourth quarter for us, as in what was working for you and what persuaded you to ask to be reinserted into a game that was out of hand at that point?
Really just felt like at that point, you could go down not fighting or you could go down fighting. And for me, I knew that I had a lot of energy and I could play as hard as I could. And hopefully that could kind of help spark things going in that fourth quarter. Because I know it's tough, especially when you're a rookie, to be on the court at that time and really have to try and find something and find something that works. So I just said to Dustin that I would want to go back in. I want to be able to help them out. And I think for me, it was really just about being able to continue to impact the game. And tonight it was trying to play as hard as possible.
Jackie Powell.
Hey, Kia, just expanding on that, how do you think your teammates around you sort of took advantage of the situation where it's so late and the deficit is large?
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I think you are really playing and showing your character and showing what you're made of. The one thing that I've loved about this team from the beginning is how hard that we fight, and that's to the very last buzzer. Obviously, we want to be fighting in some closer games than that, but I think just they took advantage of being able to find mismatches. We ran a couple things that we hadn't done before. Our defense was flying around, and that just gave energy to allow us to try and get out and transition and play on offense.
Tim Crowley.
Hey, Kia, thanks for taking the time. What's really felt that's clicked for you most these last couple of games with 2 21-point performances and your best 3-point shooting night of the season tonight?
I think it's really just been a matter of trying to get to the free throw line, get downhill, see the ball go in a couple times. Obviously today the threes went down. They felt good. They felt good for quite a few games now, so it was nice to finally see them go in. But yeah, really just trying to figure out ways to impact the game, whether that be rebounding or attacking downhill, try and get some easy ones from the line.
Thanks, Kia, and thank you all for joining us. We'll be sending the recording shortly.